Well, it is Tuesday, and I am back in the office. I was in Philadelphia this morning, and now I'm back in the office in Morristown, New Jersey, to see some clients in the afternoon session. Saw an article today regarding an airport situation where two people were arrested for trying to bring guns onto an airplane. They were stopped at security and arrested when they found the handguns in the carry-on luggage when they were x-raying the luggage. And it brought up a good point because we're heading into the holiday months now. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Today is Halloween, obviously, which isn't really the unofficial start of the holiday season, but some people think it is. But we're headed into the holidays. People will be traveling. Thanksgiving, as many people know, is the most traveled holiday. So a lot of our blog articles, a lot of our videos, and a lot of our content will be focused on things like illegal search and seizure, because the majority of our cases come to us following a vehicle stop. Now, when it comes to illegal search and seizure, I always say don't give consent to search your luggage or your person or your property. But in like an airport situation, what we're dealing with is an exception to the search warrant rule, an exception to the consent issue, because it's an implied consent that as a condition of traveling on an airport or with an airline or traveling through security, you're giving up your constitutional right against illegal search and seizure. So you go through security. So in this particular case, the handguns were found in the person's travel on luggage. So they're not really going to have a very strong search and seizure argument, if any. The only argument they can possibly make at trial is that the luggage was somehow not in their possession or control, and that someone else's item was found in that carry-on luggage or was put there. But obviously, that's a defense that they have some type of proof to assert. The prosecution has a pretty strong argument with regards to constructive possession. So I believe those cases that just occurred in Philadelphia will more than likely be a non-trial disposition in the form of a plea. Now, if those individuals are charged in Philadelphia and not federally, it's my understanding that they will be charged in Philadelphia, and they're probably looking at the unlawful possession of a firearm in Philadelphia without a license, which is a felony. There's also a misdemeanor charge with that, a 6108 charge. If they are prior convicted felons, there's going to be a 6105 charge, possession by a prohibited person. There's also the illegal transport of a weapon charge. So all those could factor into this case. Now, with that said, if you are traveling in the holiday months and you are in your own vehicle, however, you do have the ability to give or not give consent. And I advise clients not to give consent ever to search your property or person, especially in a vehicle situation. Now, Pennsylvania and New Jersey are very different with regards to legal search and seizures. Remember, warrantless searches are permissible in the Garden State in New Jersey. They are not permissible in Pennsylvania unless there's an exception like consent or the police see it in plain view. So if they see it in plain view, they can seize it. And then also, once they're in the car, they can also kind of look around. That's what the case law says. So if they see it in plain view, they can also kind of reach in. As they're reaching in, they can kind of have a look in the car and see if they see anything else. At that point, they can also impound the car and do what's called an inventory search. They do not need a warrant for that if they're inventory the car. But again, these are all exceptions to the search warrant rule. Remember, in Pennsylvania, for the most part, police do need a search warrant to search a car. And if they don't have a warrant, they need to ask for your consent. They're asking for your consent, more than likely they'll have enough for a warrant. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The website, GamboneLaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. We're making some fantastic changes to our website. We're doing some updates right now. Hopefully, the updated website will be ready to go by next week. In addition, we're coming out with our monthly newsletter. In addition to our weekly newsletter, we also have a monthly newsletter which goes out to a lot of our clients and our families, and it just brings up a lot of issues that are hot button issues during the holiday months. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Remember, if you're traveling through an airport, your bags will be searched. You do not have a constitutional right against legal search and seizure. So if it's so not just guns, any contraband, if you're traveling with a narcotic or a drug, have your prescriptions ready and available. Again, if they find it, they can seize it. And if it's something like a illegal drug or narcotic, you can and will be arrested for it. So once again, have a great Tuesday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.